Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Sanha Academy. Please, if you are new here, kindly subscribe and hit the notification bell for more informative videos. Thank you so much. In today's lecture, we will have an overview of Introduction to Computing. Here is the presentation outline for our today's lecture. It covers 3 items: definition of a computer, how does a computer system works, constituent of a computer system. So let's begin one by one. The first item is definition of computer system. So what is computer system? A computer is an electronic machine operating under the control of instructions stored in its own memory that can accept data as an input, transform and manipulate the data according to specified rules, that is processing, produce the result, that is output, and store the result for future use. So from this definition you can find out that there are 4 keywords while defining a computer system. Number 1 is input. So when you imputed a data into a computer system, your computer will accept that data, and once you input the data, then the computer will process the data before it will bring it out. So after processing the data, it will bring out the results as an information, that is output, and it also store the result for future use. So anytime you are defining a computer system, you have to be very careful with these 4 keywords, that is input, processing, output, and storage. So this is how computer is being defined. This is one by one elaboration about the 4 keywords while defining a computer system, which is how does a computer system works. That is the second item in this lecture. So what is input? Input is any data sent to a computer for processing is considered as an input. Example, capital letter A or small letter A is an input, is a data. B is a data. 10 is a data. N is a data. Percentage is a data, and etc. So anything that you impute or you type into a computer system, whether it is sound, whether it is alphabets, whether it's numerical numbers, characters, and whatsoever, anytime you type something or you put something into a computer, that means you imputed a data into a computer system, and a computer system will accept that data. So after imputing the data, the second thing is processing. So your computer will process the data. It will perform instructions and transform the data into information. So like for example, you input A from the keyboard. Your computer doesn't know A. It only knows A as a picture. So it has to undergo processing, because computer can only understand binary numbers, which is 0 and 1. So at the point of processing, your computer will transform that data and make it possible for the system to understand the kind of the data that you imputed. So after imputing the data is being processed. Then the last thing is output. Then it will produce the result as an output, so that you can be able to use it, or you see the meaningful information, because you imputed a raw data. Then the computer process the data and it bring out the result as an information. Then it will store the result for future use. So even before the outputting the data, because in a storage there are 2 things that is happening, because we have volatile and non-volatile memory, which is permanent and temporary memory. So once you input a data, your data will be stored in the temporary memory. So once you save your data, it will go to the permanent memory, that is the hard disk, the ROM. So storage, the last keyword in how does a computer system work, or the definition of a computer system, is storage. Because a computer will store the data in case you want to continue working with what you have done before, or you want to retrieve your data. And the next thing is constituent of a computer system. Constituent of a computer system, or categories of a computer system. there are two constituents of a computer system, which is hardware and software. What is hardware? Because your computer cannot work without, if you have a hardware and you don't have a software, there's no way your computer can work. And if you have a software and you doesn't have a hardware, there's no way your computer can work. So these are the two constituents of a computer system: hardware and software. What is hardware? Hardware is any physical equipment or any physical part of a computer system that you can see and touch is what we call hardware. Like, for example, the monitor, the keyboard, the central processing unit, printer. So anything that you can see and touch is what we call hardware. Then what is software? Software is the series of instructions that tells the computer hardware how to perform a task. And also software is also called a program. So when you have the hardware, a software is the one who is coordinating all the activities of that hardware, is the one who is giving an instruction to that particular hardware on how to do how to perform its tasks. Like, for example, if you have a keyboard in your computer, is software that is instructing keyboard to accept the data. Whenever you type something from the keyboard, is the software that will assist in accepting that data. So therefore, if that software for the keyboard is missing, there's no way you input a data from a computer and your computer can accept that data. There's no way. So this is hardware and software. Any physical part of computer system that you can see and touch is the hardware, and anything that is giving an instruction to the hardware on how to perform the task is what we call a software. Then these are the hardware components that we have. The following are the 5 components of hardware. So I categorize the 5 components of hardware into 5 because we have hundreds and thousands of hardware devices. Some of the hardware devices are working in a similar direction, but even though with different feature, but their work is the same thing. For example, like input devices, any device here, its work is to input a data into a computer system. Like, for example, a keyboard is being used to input a data into a computer system. A mouse also is being used to put a data into a computer system. Scanner, microphone, light pen, and etc. So all these hardware devices are being used to input a data into a computer system. Then what about the software output? Then output, like I said, any hardware devices that can be used to bring out an information is what you call an output, like monitor, like speaker, like printer, and etc. Then we have system unit. What is system unit? A system unit, it houses the computer electronic circuitry. The circuitry in the system unit usually is a part of or is connected to a circuit board called the motherboard. So there are 2 main components of motherboard, which are the central processing unit and the memory unit. This is all about the system unit. Then the storage devices, any hardware device that it can be used to store a data, like, for example, a CD or DVD, hard disk, floppy disk, flash drive, and etc. is what we call a storage devices. A hardware devices that you can see and touch that can be able to store a data is what we call a storage devices. Then what about the communication devices? Any hardware devices that can be used to share an information or share data between a device to another device, like, for example, USB cable, like telephone lines, like modem, and etc. So any hardware device, a device that you can see and touch, so it's the hardware. So anything that can help in sharing an information between devices is what you call communication devices. So these are the 5 components of hardware that we have. Then the next thing is software. So these are the types of software. There are 2 types of software: system software and application software. What is system software? System software is just like an operating system because it coordinates all the activities of hardware and software resources of a computer system. Example, Windows operating system such as Windows XP, Windows Vista, Windows 7, Windows 8, Windows 10, and etc. And like Linux operating system, Ubuntu operating system, and etc. So this is the system software. It coordinates all the activities of hardware and software resources of a computer system. Then the next thing is application software. So application software is a program that is being designed specifically for a specific purpose task. So from this definition is application software refers to a program that performs specific tasks for users. Example, word processing, example Microsoft Word, spreadsheet packages, example Microsoft Excel, presentation packages, example Microsoft PowerPoint, Corel Draw is a graphic software, Photoshop is a graphic software. So any application software that can be used, that is being designed for a specific purpose, is what we call an application software. Even the social media that we have like WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, because they are being specifically used for that purpose. Like WhatsApp is specifically being used for connecting with friends and loved ones, like Facebook, Twitter, and etc. So any software or any application that is being used a specific task is an application software. So when you purchase a brand new computer system, there's no way you can just go directly to use application software without installing a system software. So you have to install an operating system first. Then the component inside operating system is the one that is going to help in managing the speaker, the keyboard, the mouse, the monitor to display. Is the drivers inside the operating system that can help the system to work. And so you have to install system software first before you can continue installing application softwares. This is the end of this class for today. Thank you so much for listening, and please kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos. Thank you so much.